I was just on with Brian, so he should be coming over in a minute.
Okay. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Good morning.
Hi, I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Brian, good morning.
And as I think this is the first time, meeting Brenda. Brenda works in Brazil. She leads the e-commerce operation, operational part of e-commerce and also client sort of um, customer service. But so she'll help out with some of the loading products. So we wanted to get her this lesson as well.
Okay. Hi, Brenda. It's great to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
All right, so we're going to go through the products. Are we waiting for Gustavo?
I think we can
Yes.
just start. I say let's just start. I don't want to run out of time again. I'm sure Gustavo will join soon. We were just on the phone with him.
Okay. Then let's get started. I'm going to share my screen and go over this. So I think the best way to do it is to take a current, so there's a few different types of products. But instead of just putting dummy data in, I'm going to try to I'm going to do it in the sandbox store. So I'm going to try to duplicate a one or two products that we already have. And then, so once I hand it over, once you start loading products, my advice would be to let's say get one in on Sandbox so you get a good feel for it because we want to make sure the data is very good. And then you can put one in on the production site and then send it to me. Send it to me to check it because my team will have to check it just to make sure that all of um, the texts are correct and because there's some labeling, there's a couple labels here and there that have to be accurate, and we have to make sure that all the correct fields are filled in because some do need to be filled in, some do not. So I'm going to share my screen and yeah, we created a document that you can follow, and I'm actually going to try to follow it as well, which has the basic information of how to go through everything. So I think that with this should give you a pretty good idea of how to get it done on the website. All right, so I'm gonna get started. So right now I'm in the BigCommerce website. I'm in the sandbox. Okay, so that's always the first thing you have to check. If you're in the regular store, there's the production store and the sandbox. So right now I'm going to do this in the sandbox. So this is the staging environment. So you make sure you're in the sandbox, click products. It'll send you to all products. So again, these products are for Brazil. These products are all listed here for Brazil and Mexico. If you want to look at the products, you can filter them out, click add filter, and then only check whichever story that you want to see. Okay, so again, that's also very important to note. All right, so creating new products. So creating new products starts like this. We click add new, and then there's basic information that you have to fill in. So we have some quick reference guide, but I'm going to go to section 3, create a new product. Okay. So navigate to products, click add. Okay, multiple sections. Okay. So here's the things that we need. We need the product name. So I'm going to fill out the product name. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from, I'm going to try to drag this over. I have this spreadsheet, Brian, that you sent me that I'm using as sort of a base. I did notice that on the variant sheet, the SKUs did not match up with production. So these may be staging SKUs. Just want to note that.
I think it's because there's a 0 at the beginning of it, so the Excel just I think it's probably the motor Oh, I've heard you went through
We
the,
added we found one on production. We did find one. I think it was I forgot. I think it was this one. Like this was
yeah,
there wasn't a Z. It was something else. It was a different number. I'll go to that kind of at the end, but I just wanted to sort of put that out there.
okay,
And I don't know if this is I mean this is the way we've been going about just doing like our test runs, just so we have data that's relatively accurate,
okay.
or at least it's got some scenarios that we'll encounter.
So I
Um,
guess you can say didn't match with what's in Kubo.
it didn't match with in Kubo production. Yeah, we had got one from Kubo because we're syncing inventory. We were testing the production. So once we found one SKU for the product, we added it into BigCommerce, and then it was syncing properly.
Okay,
Just something to keep aware of.
okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill out the basic information here. So okay, so this is the variant one. So I'm going to get and if you fill out a different way, just let me know. But okay, so I'm going to go like this, Moto 15. And I also noticed that the naming conventions were different depending on the product, because this one is a Motorola Moto 15. Some of them were Samsung, which had the brands. I don't know if you want to put the brand on, but that's all on the
Yeah,
name side, so that's
we'll
fine.
probably take advantage just and do a little cleanup
Okay.
there.
So right now I'm just going to copy what I have here. Okay, so I have the Moto G15. Now the default price is, so when you create a product, you have the main product and then you have the variants. So what the people order are the actual variants. The default price isn't really used like sending it to Kubo or sending it to Payjoy, but BigCommerce needs some basic price as a base. So I am going to find the price here. So I'm going to look at the
Discount.
discounted price. I'm assuming is default.
Discount price.
Yeah.
We
Um,
can reply the price, right?
you can what?
Reply the price. Well,
What does that mean?
like to copy the same
Oh
price
yeah.
that's in Kobo. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, you can. We can always sync those things, but for now it's all manual. So I'm gonna paste it in here. Now I noticed that there's a discount price and a regular price. Is it ever sold at this price? Because there is a section to put in a sale price.
Um, but in our current site, we don't have the ability to like put a sale price, so we just use discount price. But I guess like we do in BigCommerce, right? Like how we can put a sale.
Yeah.
So
So I'll add it in for now. So
yeah,
this is the regular. So this is, and also remember there's two different prices. So for this item, there's two different prices. There's two different right, I see for specific Moto G15, there's 2519 and then 3000.
yeah,
So this number really doesn't make that much of a difference, but right now I've always been just putting in the lower number.
okay,
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2519, put in the regular price. I'm going to click this link here, view more prices, which will send me to this other section where I can click on show advanced pricing and then add the sale price here. If there's a sale price, it uses the sale price. If there is no sale price, it uses the main price. That's really how it works. So you can decide whether you want to use it or not. If somewhere down the line we want to cross out, we want to use that and cross out the regular price and put a sale price, we'll have this information.
okay,
Okay. Okay, so we have price, we have brand. There's another section for brands. We added the brands, which is here. So if the brand you don't see isn't here, you can add it in this section. But for now you only have a certain amount of brands. We added them all in, so you can choose from it here. So this one is it's not chosen. So let's go and add it. Sometimes they allow you to add it here, but they didn't add it. They didn't let it for me. So let me try. So we may have to come back to it to add this one. So I'm going to add brand Motorola. I can spell that right. It's spelled right. Is Motorola two L's? No, one L. Okay, so here, so I'm gonna save it and come back to it. And here's, okay, so weight is not really used, but BigCommerce does need the weight in ounces. So that's something that's you'll have to get the weight in ounces, which I'm sure I did. I think I just looked up all this information. And if you I don't know if you have this in your systems, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna put in like 6.95, which is
And a
something like
question, two questions for you. So first off, we'll be able to take weight out of the like comparison table, right?
yeah,
Okay.
weight does not go in the comparison table.
So what will happen if we just make up any old number for weight?
I mean nothing. It's really just used for shipping, and you have free shipping, so
Yeah.
you
Okay.
can make up any number. The number does exist, so we just put it in, but I don't
I
think it
appreciate your
matters.
diligence in finding the right one. We'll probably just make it up anyway. We'll probably just make it up. Yeah.
Okay, next is so the categories that it gets added to. So right now we're gonna have a shop. There's basically a shop all category for each store. So we didn't create the ones for Brazil yet, but this is for Mexico. So add in the shop all phone. So that needs to be added. Description can be anything. We've been pasting it from the current site, but it can be long, and as you see on the front end, it gets cut off. So if you want to, let's see, I'm just gonna add it from here. Here, thank you. Just paste it in here. It is a like a WYSIWYG editor, so you can probably have it however you want. As any WYSIWYG editor, it's a little funky. So, but you should be able to bold things, move things,
Yeah.
line, bullet lists, things like that, pretty easily there. Okay, so we have product name, weight, brand, default price. Okay, make sure the brand never exists in your store if you need to add a new brand. Okay, we did that already. Categories, okay, add it to the category for the store. I'll add that in. Description, okay, so this is the WYSIWYG editor. That we're done. Okay, so images. I'm actually going to come back to images, and I'll explain why, because the images are related to the colors. So I'm going to get back to the images after we add the variations. I'm going to skip this part and get back to it. Okay, next is variations. Okay, so for this item, this part's very important. So this is where you would add the variants for the product. So color, memory, and RAM. So, and they'll all basically be the same, I believe, if every item has color,
Es,
internal memory, and RAM.
Ezra,
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question. In the current site, we have to put four image, front, back, front and back, and side. In this new site, in this new shop room, is the same?
You
Can
won't
you?
label it front back, but you'll be able to order it. I'll actually, you know what I'll do?
Okay.
I can't add the images, but we have to label the images. I actually skipped a couple things. So just to show you, so if we upload the image, let's see which phones I upload.
How many image do we have upload?
Maximum, I don't know how many maximum I don't know if there's a strict maximum that you can add.
But four is possible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you can do at least we've done at least 4 or 5 for each color, so about 15
Okay.
altogether. But I have not reached a maximum for it. So, all right, I'm gonna get a little since I want to be able to. So what I did is you can see the naming convention here. What I did is when I downloaded it from wherever I downloaded it from, some of them maybe I couldn't find on the website. Here, let me probably find this one is better. Um, I downloaded it like this. You downloaded it and you change the name when you download it. So you have the brand, the model, the color, and then a number which would be like front, back. And now it's not as important because you can see it, which I'll show you, but this way it's easy to label them because sometimes if you have, let's say, for example, a black phone and a gray phone, it's hard to tell the difference. But if you name them properly, you'll be able to do it because you do have to label them. That's one thing you have to do. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little messy, and I'm gonna add a different phone image here so we can
Ezra,
have it
okay,
flow.
okay. One question. The image has to be in format web,
It has to be in any of these
or
formats.
it can be. Okay. Yeah,
It
okay,
has to be JPEG,
okay.
PNG,
GIF,
GIF,
okay,
WebP. Those
okay.
three,
Thanks.
JPEG. But yeah, yeah, any of these formats they'll accept. Yeah, so we selected all of them. I'm going to say assign, and then they open them up. They open
Can
them
we
up
move
here.
around the order they appear, or like how is that dictated?
Yeah, you can move them around, but so this is why it becomes a little tricky. So let's say I want the blue one first, right? So first what I want to do is I want to put all the blue ones in order, but as you can see, it's hard to tell which ones are the blue ones, which ones are the other ones, which is why we name it properly. So I'm going to look for all the ones that say Azul. I can find them. Okay, so here's one. So anyway, yeah, but the thing is they don't when you click a color, it only displays the images of that color.
That box alt text can be used for the image maybe from back
So
for
this
that.
is so the where we have the alt text and where we have the alt text right now has to be used for the color of the variant, which is why I was gonna wait
The
till
color.
after. So
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. So if I have let's say okay, maybe this one, okay. So this is one we already added. So if you see there's four images here, right? And it's on the black color.
Black, green.
So if you click green, it'll only show you the colors of green.
Okay.
And the alt text is used to attach the color to the specific image. And it's
Okay.
it's ordered in this specific way. So if I go back here and I didn't add the image yet, but I have to make alt text
Azul.
that says, okay, this image it goes with this color.
Okay.
So that when I
Thanks.
click on that color, it only shows me those images.
Green, azul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can reorder them if you want to show, the side first and then the back last, something like that. You could just order them like that, but you won't label them. You won't label them the actual,
Okay.
whether it's front back. And you can add more if you want to add a fifth image for this color or a sixth image. You can add it and then order it and then move the order around
Oh,
like this.
that is so important, Brian. That is another thing quite important. We can decide the order of the image.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. Much more flexible than.
Thanks.
Okay, so one thing I think I skipped is this one. We're gonna click track inventory on the variant level. That has to be selected for each product because we're tracking inventory for every single variant. Otherwise, it won't track inventory or it'll track for everybody. So you have to make sure this is checked and then the on the variant level is checked.
I don't understand that, Ezra. Excuse me.
It's a setting in BigCommerce that says so some people have products that they don't track inventory at all, right? So let's say it's something they
In
manufacture and they want to always have them in stock, or maybe it's a digital product, something like that. So this is in the BigCommerce system gives you an option to sell a product that doesn't track inventory at all. And then
maybe Brian, this is for injertos. Maybe is related with that. No.
No, I think it's magnificently important. Like let's say we were on two Samsung A06s. We want to
Okay.
track it for like an A06 black and A06 blue. We want to track at the level of the color, not just
Okay.
A06.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
right, on the variant it would give you the specific phone, right? The blue phone that's 256 and 8 megabytes, right? That specific phone, we want to track that inventory, like that SKU. Okay. think we probably have to add it here. But anyway, okay, so we're going to add variations. So I'm going to go through this. So the variations are going to be the color, the memory, and the storage and the RAM. Okay, so I'm going to add. Hold on, sorry, moving around a little. Right, so this is on the variant level. It tells you to do that. Okay, so here we are on the variant side. So we want to add a variant option. So we're adding 3 variant options for each product. Okay, which is it gives you how it looks here. The first one is color. And these names have to be in English. They don't have to be in, they're not going to be in English on the front end, but for the back end, they have to be in English because we reference them in a few different places. Okay, so the
Okay.
first one is color, swatch, and then we can add the different colors for that specific item. So this product, so I'm switching over to this Xiaomi. It has 3 products, 3 colors, sorry. So the first color is, let's say, Sul. I think it was Micro and Verde, maybe it was the last color. Okay, so you have the names of the colors here, and then you keep this one color, and this is a swatch. So you'll have to find the color that matches closely with the actual color of the item. So let's say this. I'm just gonna sort of what I can do is I don't know if you have Photoshop or something like that, but you can. What I've been taking the image and then doing a dropper of the actual color and then trying to match it up properly. But really, it's as long as it's, I think, a representative of it. But you have any option to change the color of the actual swatch. So this is this swatch here. Okay, so we'll just going to add these quickly. I think this is probably something like that. Okay. Okay, so that's now I added all the color options for this specific phone. Then the next thing I'm going to add is the internal memory, which is radio buttons, and then the values that are offered for this. So I'm going to add 128. This is for the specific phone. 128. It has to be. They all have to match. You have to be very careful to make sure that it matches, that it's all the same. So it'll be 128. It'll be the number, a space, and then 2 capital letters, G and B capital letters. That part is very important. And then one more other value, which will be 256 space GB. Okay, so that's the memory, and then sorry, that's the storage, and then the last one is the RAM. RAM. So looking here, radio button, and then I'll give the option.
Ezra, in type, we always should click on radio buttons.
Yeah. For the color, it's going to be swatch. In the manual I have it here. For the color, it's swatch. For the memory, it's radio, and for the RAM, it's radio.
Radio. Thanks.
Okay, it has to be those. I'm going to send this document out after the call. And then once I have those for the specific phone,
Ezra, that bottom default. What means in
which one? Oh, this one. I don't think, that's a good question. I don't think we use it. I kind of like to click it anyway, to click the first ones. It's the default meaning the first one that gets selected when someone enters the page. I haven't tested it actually. If I click on that, it defaults to 256, but that's what it means. I haven't seen it. It always defaults to the first one as far as I've seen, but let's
Thanks.
click on 256 and 8 and see what happens. Anyway, so I click save, and then what it does is it creates an item for every combination. So all 3 of the colors, and then the memory and the memory and the RAM. Okay, so let me go through these. Okay, so next is, so not all of these exist. So a couple of things that you have to do is you have to you can add the SKU. So the SKU goes into now is where the SKU comes in for each individual product. So this is
Mhm.
what gets synced up with Kubo. Let's say the SKU here. So you take the SKU for each individual one and then paste it into here. And then the price also gets pasted. So the 4 GB one is going to be one price. 128 by 8 does not exist, so we're going to uncheck this. So we just have to make sure that whatever products are here in the sheet or that you're selling are the ones that are checked off. Anything that doesn't exist have to be unchecked.
Okay, super. That button is awesome. It's quite important.
And the price, remember the pricing. So let's say the 8 GB one, if this is
Okay.
more expensive, then you want to add the price for this. So when that item is selected here, it will change the price of the item. It will change the price here that it's offered. Okay. Right. So you have.
Ezra, can you please move your screen a little bit to the left, please? To the
Like that?
bottom. Yeah. Brian, I have a question. That bottom pushable, I will be speaking Spanish a moment. Excuse me, Brian. That bottom pushable reemplaza lo que en Retool es active, o sea, el botoncito de active.
Sí,
Yes.
sí. Es lo que yo
Thanks.
intento decir. Sí.
Thanks. Okay.
Another thing to note is there are other options for columns here. So if there are columns that you need to see that are not listed, you click on the edit columns and then you can add them here if you ever wanted to need them. If you ever needed them, or we needed them in the future. For now, I don't think we need most of these. Let me see what it does with weight. I think weight it takes most from the original parent product. And if you wanted a sale price, so if you wanted to have the same thing where you have the default price and a sale price, if you ever wanted to use that in the future, you would put that information in here. Stock gets automatically updated from Kubo I forgot exactly what the interval is. So if you want this available immediately after you click save, you would add some stock to this, 1 or 2 or something like that to these, but it will update from Kubo periodically. I don't remember, maybe it's 10 minutes. I'll have to get a number for you, but it'll always update the stock. Okay. And okay, any questions on what we've done so far? At least this section. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so these all have to be accurate. Sorry. So again, unclick the ones that are not available, and then put in the pricing for each individual one. Okay, next is, and I think probably the last important part is the custom fields. So the custom fields is very important. Just here, the little like guide here that shows you where everything is. Okay, custom fields are very important. There's a few custom fields that need to be put in. Mainly two, really, that need to be added for every single product. One is the make model, and it has to be exactly this syntax. So it's make model with a capital M. So custom fields are, you can add as many custom fields you want, and it's metadata for a product, right? So we can add basically any field, which the field name and the field value.
Okay. It's for the make model.
It's for the make model and the device ID, which I think is
on
also
device ID,
also
external device ID. Okay.
Yeah, this ID is so the make model
device model ID. Yes.
Yeah, the make model. So this make model. So these are also keep in mind, and this is something that's very important. The custom fields are fields for the entire product. They're not for specific variations. So
Okay.
they take care of the entire product.
Mm-hmm.
So the make model is one of them, and then the second is
And
the
device
ID.
model ID. Mm-hmm.
Again, yeah, those are for and make sure it's specific. It has to be very specific, match exactly this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just give just an example here. Okay. Now the next things that we're going to be adding on is the weekly price. The weekly price is optional at this point, but the reason why we have weekly price is to show as a filter in the collection page in this page here. So the reason why we have to be so it comes in like this. We'll eventually switch this into something more like a slider, but in BigCommerce they have some default functionality for filters, and we can use custom fields as filters. But the one thing to note is that since there's only one price, there's only one weekly price per product, and different variants can potentially have different weekly prices. So we've been using this as a starting point, let's say. So if let's say weekly price is 185 and 200, depending on the item, we've been adding the lower price, but you can only add one. You can only add one weekly price per item.
Probably,
Mm.
sorry, Ezra, but probably the other variants will have the same weekly prices.
But
Okay.
some of them have higher amount. Well, some of them don't, because I'll show you on the product page. Let me see if this is the right one. On the product page, we dynamically update it. So see, this item is $21.99 and 130 per week, right? And that's 128.4. And if we switch to the 256 and 8, you see the price goes up, and that's based
Other
on
variant.
the
Yeah,
price for the
other
variant.
kinds of memory. Yeah, okay.
And based on the
Oh, no.
calculation, so for these, the calculation for the down payment and the weekly, it automatically
Okay,
calculates it.
okay.
Okay, so we have weekly price. I added down payment here. Down payment, we can be added, and it can be also, if you add down payment, it would be added as a, it can be added as a filter. So BigCommerce will allow you to add any custom field as a filter. So as long as the name is exactly the same for all the products, it would have them listed as the same filter. So let's say weekly price, for example. As long as weekly price is spelt exactly the same for every product, it would come up on let me go back there, on the filter for weekly price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you spelt it a little bit differently, it would give you a second option for a filter. So it's important for the field name to be the same for every single product. And it's also very flexible, because if you want to add, if you came up with another filter, all you would have to do is create a filter with another name. Let's say, well, I'll go through that next, because that's on the spec side. But these will be created for the listing page to have a filter. Okay. Next is, okay, Brian, not to jump. So the next one is we created some customization for the comparison page. So none of these are going to show up in the comparison chart. The comparison chart is there's two of them. There's one on this page. Okay, we don't have one. No.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this comparison chart where you can compare the products. But let me just give you a here. So when you have related products, it'll take all the related products and take all of specific fields and compare them. So product name comes from there, price comes from the regular price. We have color, memory, and RAM. Those are all come from variations. And then these underneath are options that you can add in for all the products for specifications for the comparison table. And these come from what I'm about to show you in the custom fields. So we made a special custom field where if you spell it spec, like for specifications, underscore, and then add any field name you want. So we did, let's say, main camera. You can do it in Spanish as well, as long as there's no space in there. But in the if you have an underscore here, it would see it as a space. So I'm just going to paste this in here.
Okay.
There's no space. Make sure everything looks good. So everything after spec underscore main camera would show up in the comparison field. So that's like when you want some data to show up in the comparison field, you add it as a custom field starting with the name starting with spec, and then you can put whatever you want in here with the megapixels extra, right? Something like that. And then you can do it with anything. You can do it with weight. You can do it with what did we add? We added a bunch of them. You can do it with battery. So like if you want to add battery information, you would create another field and you would do spec underscore battery, and then however you fill that out. So you have a lot of freedom. You have a lot of freedom to add any information you want for the comparison charts, but as long as every product has the same exact custom field name. Okay. That might be a little tricky, so if you have any questions, let me know.
Ezra, you're gonna share these docs with us?
I'm going to share the document with you. I'm going to share the document with you. Also, all the products in Sandbox and production we added with the data that
Okay.
works. So you can always look at those as examples.
Okay.
Okay. Ezra, one question. That we decide that list of custom file names, or you give us a list? Maybe a spec underscore main underscore camera. That list, we create them, or
Yeah, you would create them. You can create any spec you want.
okay, super, Gustavo. Okay.
So if you want, I
we
don't know,
can
think of
create
something
them.
else that's not there. Let's say
Okay.
rear camera. You want to say, okay, I want to have
The
comparison of all
memory
rear cameras.
capacity. No, I don't know. An example.
Yeah, let's say I want to say, okay, we want to add rear
Whatever,
cameras. You
whatever
have to do this
custom
to
file
every
name.
product, but you would say
Mhm.
spec rear underscore, remember no space,
Okay.
camera, and then you do, whatever it is.
Megapixels.
And that's it. So every product that had this custom field would be added to this comparison chart. If it doesn't have data, you see it as
Okay,
data.
okay. This is for this list compare products.
So this list specifically is based on related products.
Okay.
So I would uncheck this. BigCommerce has some automatic functionality to show related products. I don't think it's very complex. I think it shows only products of the same brand. So if you want to say, okay, I want to add these specific products to the comparison, the related products, you would just go here and just pick the phones. I want to add this phone, and this phone. And those would be so these four would be in the related and the comparison table.
Okay. We can decide that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can decide. Yeah, so that's like you can decide which phones are here. So the first one is the phone for the page you're on, and the rest are for the ones you choose. And those are the same here.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, last one is actually changes to SKU because we updated it. So this is the SKU field. I went over this before. This is this field here for SKU. Just going to add something, but this is a very important field. This is what
SKU.
goes to Kubo to let them know exactly which
This queue.
which SKU it is. Okay, variant pricing that we've done, and then okay, so I think that's basically it. The last thing we need to do is just to make sure that we assign to a channel. So what I'm going to do is, so we have to make sure we assign it to a store. So it has to be whichever, in this case, either Brazil or Mexico. It's very, very important. I'm assigning it to Mexico. I'm going to click done. I'm going to click save. One thing we didn't do actually is go through all the images. All the images need to have the text for, they need to be ordered, and you have to have the text for the actual color. So I'm just going to quickly add these in so it doesn't look crazy. But if they're not there, it won't look good. It'll sort of display all the wrong colors and the wrong, you know, when things are selected. So this part is very important. But you can see that why it's important for to name the file correctly, because otherwise I may not be able to tell like the difference between this one and, you know, this one, for example. Okay, so now I'm going to click save. And let's try to find this. Actually, I'm going to update the name of it because I want to. Okay, let's wait till this is done. I'm actually going to change the name of it, just so it doesn't look so crazy. Now we'll know that's the one that I made. Okay. And should get that to show up pretty quickly. Okay, let's see what it looks like. All right, so what do we see? The side view is the first one we see. We don't want that. So let's see. I think this one, okay, so the reason why is because there is a default for each one, there's a default, like one default image. So if we want to make it this one, I click on that and like click make thumbnail. So now it has
Okay.
image next to it. I'm going to click save.
Is for the image default for the
It's
default
the
image?
default one that comes here, that comes in
Wow.
on the listing
Wow.
page.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have this default here. You can see I should be able to, I think it's probably on this, but you see like, so if I click this one, this is going to show this. If I show this, it's going to show the side view. So that probably the side view is the first one of that color. Let me see, it's blue. So this is the black one. Okay. So the first Negro color is the side one. So if I want to make sure that the first Negro color is this one, I'm going to change that, click save, and then let's refresh this. And now I should get that.
Down.
I should
Okay.
get that. Okay, great. Oh, and the one thing we didn't do, I added the Motorola, but I needed to come back to add the brand name, which is important. I have to see why the Motorola didn't show up there. Let me see. That should only be the one. Yeah, so the brand name is the one thing I was missing. I noticed it was missing here. Now let's see. Okay, so here's Motorola. Here's, you know, Xiaomi. How do you know how to pronounce this? Is it Xiaomi?
Realme.
Which one?
The Chinese brand, this one.
Xiaomi. Ah, bueno.
In Brazil, it's Xiaomi.
En Brazil es Xiaomi,
Xiaomi.
in Mexico is Xiaomi.
Xiaomi, okay.
Xiaomi.
Okay. So, all right, so here we got it. Looks good. Okay, so it doesn't show the add to cart here, or it doesn't show the buy me because it's probably all out of stock. Let me add one stock. Let me add stock to them because this is not going to sync with Kubo because I don't think the numbers are correct. This is not a good representative because I don't think I have all the right combination of the colors that are the right combination of the memory and storage that's needed. But I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so now I see this. You shouldn't have to worry about the stock because the stock, like I said, will will get updated through the Kubo sync automatically.
Yes.
But just something to note. Okay, so here we are. So we have, seems like it's working properly. So you have only the colors that for the selected color show up. We did default, if you remember, we defaulted to 256 and 8, and this is the default that comes up. These are the default ones that come up when I go to the page. So those defaults do get you to default to a specific configuration. Okay, yeah, we see the description here. All of the, yeah, so we don't fill out most, like rear camera. No, I didn't add rear camera to any of the other ones, but if you wanted to add these to this, you just fill out whatever's left. Like you would go to Honor 1 and make sure that the OS, the OS custom field is filled out the same way as the other one.
Okay. Ezra, I just sent Brenda's email here in the chat. When it's possible, could you ask to create an account for her in BigCommerce, please?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm gonna send the document.
Okay.
These are global. Just I think I'll probably I don't know who's gonna do these. These are global links that show up that give information here. Oh, they work.
It's easy to change this text.
These specific ones are not. These 3 are in the code, so we have to change them for now. I think it's something we can add on afterwards, but for now we have to change these. But it looks like somebody did add translations for them.
Okay, it's better we send you what we should change in these spaces. It's better.
You would add it to the spreadsheet. You know, this one. There's a
Yes.
translation here.
Yeah.
So all the translations are added here. So anything we find, we're gonna take and copy over. So I think that somebody did add these. I mean, somebody must have. I see yeah, here. Somebody added these translations. I don't see any translations for Brazil yet.
Yeah, we're gonna start.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, add them here to start. We'll add some. There's a little bit of a challenge because there's no like meta section, and to do it per product, I think didn't make sense. But for now, we will make these changes to these callouts. What was the last one? Oh, and this one too. We needed a translation for this.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anyone from Mexico on this, but yeah, translation for these drop downs we need. And then I think we talked yesterday on the call briefly about the URLs. I know that Brian's. I can discuss it with him also, but I know that Brian had created a tab here for URL changes, but these are important. So if you have ideas for them or anything, let me know.
Okay.
The shop all because they're in English now.
Actually, in Brazil, we should have like only two or three brands now. Today we have only 2, like Motorola and Samsung.
Okay.
I think we should start like with 2 brands only.
Okay. But this page has all of them.
Okay.
Like this page lists all of the brands. So if you want to look at just the Samsung, it's just basically a filter within this one shop all page. But I think, Brian was mentioning like pages like this with the URL to change those. But that's
Okay.
what it is. Yeah, so my suggestion would be go to the sandbox. I'm gonna send over the sheet right after the call and start going through the whole process and adding everything. You can see when you save it, you see how it looks. And then once we get good at it, I think we can start adding it onto production, hopefully soon.
Yeah, next week we're gonna do like a debriefing about this meeting with our team here to see if everybody it's at the same page or somebody have any doubts. Now we need to do our exercise here to
Okay.
build
Can
the platform and
can we make Ezra an example maybe, and you guide us maybe?
Yeah, you want to do it like now, you mean?
Yes or no, Gustavo? What do you think? Brian left in the chat. Maybe if we can try make an example.
yes, yeah, it's we have 10 minutes. We
Yeah,
can do it.
who's gonna do that? I have to give permissions. Does either of you have permissions for
Yes.
Magnus, yeah.
Magnus does?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Brenda should have the same access of Magnus because Brenda helps us at Brazil, but
Okay.
we can do now with Magnus. It's okay.
Okay, please. Okay. Let me share my screen, Ezra, okay?
Yeah, this is your email, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Let me give you a few things. So let me allow you to share. That's one. Two is I want to give you access to this.
Ezra, you can exclude Andres Aguilar. He left the company a couple of days ago.
Okay. We should delete him. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. See if you have permissions for this. Sales tabs. I just want to make sure you have permissions for everything. Okay. Should be enough. Yeah, and I think that Magnus, you also need some permissions. Oh, you got everything. Okay. Okay, so Magnus, you want to share your screen?
Thanks. Yes.
Good.
This one. This one. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. My screen is okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you Ezra can guide us, please. So, entonces, I select
I think
this
it would
one.
be good if you get the I shared the document with you. If you can have that side by side. If you
Okay.
can have that side by side, it would be helpful, and then I can help you. I can sort of guide you through that because that would be something you would have. Yeah.
But Magnus don't have available like Brazil in his
No,
option.
maybe looks okay. Let me refresh.
So you're on this. Wait, what happens when you click? Okay, so you only have okay, so that's good. You only have access to the sandbox now, not production. So you only have access to sandbox. I have to give you access to
This is tagging, sandbox.
this is the sandbox. So I think we should do it here to start, and then I have to give
Okay.
you access to the production site. But let's start with the sandbox.
Okay.
Because remember, the site, you don't choose on this menu up here, you don't choose between Brazil and Mexico. It's the the sandbox site and production site.
And
So right
production
now
side.
right now you just have access to sandbox. So I think we should add it in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, up to
This
you
is
guys, but
this is sandbox. Okay.
yes. So yeah,
Okay.
so now go to products.
Products.
Mhm.
All products.
Yeah, it should default to all products, I think, when you open it. So
Add
okay, so
new.
now you see, yeah, add new.
Okay. We have okay, visible on storefront. Yes, always
Yeah,
visible on
visible on storefront, yes.
storefront. Product name, maybe Xiaomi Redmi A5. Okay.
If you have actual product data, it's much better.
Okay.
It's a better experience to go through because then you'll see any complications you have, we'll see them here.
Okay.
If not, but I think it's better to do that.
The SKU, product type physical.
Okay, SKU, hold on. I just want to say SKU you can leave blank because there's no SKU for the parent product. Only SKU for there's only SKU for the variations. So I think
Okay.
you can leave the blank. Only if you only need to fill it in, yeah, if there's a for these. So yeah, I think for now I think it's better to leave it blank.
Okay.
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 Yeah, product physical, yes.
Physical default price, the price of the phone.
The price, yeah, I guess it would be the lower the highest price of the phone.
Okay. Brand, honor, maybe.
Hmm.
The weight, what means weight? Can
So
you remember?
weight, yeah, weight is in ounces. It's they're like six, somewhere close to 7 ounces. If you don't want it doesn't
Okay.
have to be that accurate, but I mean the ounces exist, the number exists, so you should add it. So anyway,
Okay.
wait, then go to categories and then click the store you want and click shop all phones. Okay, good. And then
Description.
description, you can put whatever you want.
Okay. Image. The image.
So image, I would wait till that's why the reason why I wanted to wait is because you need to know the colors. But if you have all the images or if you have a bunch of images, you can just upload them right now and then
Okay.
sort them out afterwards.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Videos. Okay.
Videos we don't have. I don't
we
think we
can
have.
add the URL. Okay.
We don't have option for video, but we can add it.
Okay.
We can add it. It's not hard.
Mm, okay. This queue.
Okay, so these you can leave blank. You don't need to add these.
Okay.
Yeah, you can skip to the next section.
This one, the manufacturer part
Also,
number.
the whole
What means?
section you can leave blank.
Okay. Okay, the pricing, text class.
The pricing is the cash price, right?
The caching, this is correct. The default price is the cash price. If you want to use sale price, you can use that. If you want to simplify it, you can just use one price for everything.
Okay.
Okay.
But remember, this price is the price that's going to be like on the filters on the product page because if you have an item that's 2,500 for 4 GB and 3,000 for 8 GB, the prices are different.
Okay.
Just keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Actually, Magnus and Brenda, we should like pay attention to be the same price that we are applying. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I think it's easier if you if you only have one price generally that you sell it for, I would just
Yeah.
use the default price. But
Generally.
Yes, the cash price. Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next, track inventory. Yeah.
Inventory.
Yeah. Click track inventory and then on the variant
On
level.
variant level.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now we got variations. So
Variations.
assuming this product has color, internal RAM, and so what I would do is so color swatch. Make sure the type is
Okay.
swatch.
Okay.
And the type is swatch, not rectangle. Yeah.
Swatch. Okay.
Yep.
Swatch.
And then you would put a color for each one.
Okay. The color
Yeah, you
and
can
here
click on the and then you can choose
we choose the
Okay.
The variant. Okay, the color. And
All right,
save.
so that's color. So then you have to do internal RAM and memory. Let's see what it is this thing. So click add variant option again on top. Yeah.
And size.
So not size, it's can you pull up this? Hold on, let me pull it up. Can you pull up
This one?
no, put it in the chat. Can you pull up that? Can you pull up that document in the chat?
Okay. In the chat? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's good to use this as a reference. So if you scroll down to the variation section, yeah, keep going. It's a little further down. It's section inventory, section 3.7. If you look on the left, a little further down. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah. So use this as a reference. So it's
Okay, this is the reference. Okay. Color, internal memory, and RAM. Okay. Okay, let me see something. I don't see RAM.
you type it. Type in. You have to type them because this is a free field. You can type whatever you want here. So if you
Okay.
click on name on where it says size, I can't point to your screen. I don't think I can. On the left, go left. Yeah, so put in, what does it say in the document? It says maybe internal RAM. I don't remember what it says for a second.
Internal, okay.
Internal memory. So
Internal memory and RAM and color.
yeah, put in
Okay.
internal memory where it has size now.
Okay. Okay. I have to see again all the meat. I have to see again all the video, all the meat, but I don't know, Gustavo. What how do you see that? We have
What?
to go, we have
Type
to
in
watch
internal memory.
again the record of the meat.
Where it says size, just type in internal memory. I wish I can point on your screen. It's a little hard. Well, maybe I can. No, I can't.
Maybe here.
No, above.
RAM.
Move your mouse up. Well, yeah, you can do RAM there too, but
See, yes. RAM, internal memory.
yeah, maybe we'll make a screen. Yeah, there. Put in internal memory there, but make sure it's a capital I and a capital M. Yeah, perfect. And then radio
The
button.
type for internal memory, the type is drop down? No.
It's radio button.
Radio buttons. Same these two. Radio
Okay,
buttons.
and then yeah, same. And then give the options. So all the options for this phone. So whatever, I mean, if you're not going on a real phone, then but it's going to be like 128. Internal memory will be 128 space GB.
Okay.
If you look on the sheet, you can see some examples, I think. Make sure there's a space between 128 and GB. Because they all have to be this, everything has to be the same. That's how it combines all of them.
Okay. Ezra, I have to be in another meet.
Okay.
But I don't know, Gustavo, how do you see the meet? How
I
do
think
you
we
see the process?
should like, yeah. I just set a meeting for us on Monday. I think we should do together and see if we have any dots and any dots we typed for Ezra in our Slack group. But I think we need to do our homework now and like do again, practice,
Absolutely.
read the doc, and like to be
See,
more friendly.
watch again the video, the record.
Yeah, and also look at the products that we created already, and you can use those as templates.
Okay. 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 That's all. So
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
I'll share this with everyone, and then yeah, let me know what questions you have.
Okay.
okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Okay.
Edra. Thank you,
Thank
Gustavo.
you.
Brenda.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Brenda.
Bye bye.